So now I'm going to send this by email. So I'm going to take this file and attach it to the email, which is the version that I've created. So I've dropped it and I'm going to send it. So now the message is sent. So let's go to the other side and check where things are. So here is the file that had come. So first step, I'm going to just save this to a temporary place. Yeah. So let's say I put it in the desktop. So my version 1. Yeah, this is the kind of error message you will get when you send a TWB file. Yeah, so it's trying to look for this folder. Yeah, so in your boss's machine. Yeah, so in that folder, so it is trying to ask where is the data source. Yeah, so what happens is when you save something as a TWB file, it is just writing the definition of how to create a bar, how to create a table, how to basically do everything that you are doing in Tableau, but it does not store any of the files inside that. Yeah, so if you are connecting to an Excel file or if you are connecting your database, it just remembers the path that it is doing, connecting, name of the data source. Yeah, so sending as a TWB file, if you are sending it to another person who does not have the same files, it will not work. Yeah, so that person, so if you are sending the file to him, so he can basically click on yes. So he can point to the file, it will come here. Yeah, if it does not point to, yeah, so this is one option. So how do we avoid this? So now instead of saving this, so you can click on save as and then save as a TWBX file. When you do that, whatever file sources you are using, any Excel, it is packaged inside. But if you are connecting to a database, because you cannot take a database and store it inside, right? So that is not there. There is a way to download the data from database that we will cover at a later stage. But if you are connecting to any file, which can be basically an Excel file, what we call text file, access database, which are all file based things, this will work. So say okay. So now we can close this. So now we have this TWBX. Yeah. So now if you send this by email, so let's see how this works. So I'm going to send this by email. So now I'm going to send this. So if you see now it's a TWBX file. So let me just double click on this. So Tableau Reader, if you used PDF, you have something called PDF Reader, which is free. In the same way, Tableau has a software called Reader. If you package something as a TWBX, then Tableau Reader can be used in any machine for free to open and see. You cannot do all the interactive stuff. So let's see how this works.
Just a read-only file.
Yeah, just a read-only. So you can do limited interaction. The interface itself is different, so you can see. So now you can see all the left-hand side things that you have seen, they are not coming. Yeah. So, but you see whatever reports you produce, they are visible and the interactions are working. Yeah. So this is the way to share a Tableau workbook to a person who does not have Tableau full version. Yeah. So if you have somebody who has a full version, then that will open, they can edit, change the things. But for most of the people, all they are doing is consume your report. That means they click and they do certain things. This is kind of enough and it is free. Yeah. So just to summarize, so when you finish and you want to share your TWB, right, or Tableau workbook, so the default option, which is just called TWB, which is Tableau workbook, does not include data sources. It just has the names of the data source. In case of Excel, the whole path and the name. In case of databases, the database location and all the URL. It does not store the password and stuff. When you send it, if the person receiving it has access to the same folder, for example, if it is a network file, no problem, it will work. Yeah. Or if you are sending the file also along, it will work. But an easier way to send the file is to use TWBX. Here we are starting with just one file. If you have more than one file, for example, our analysis includes 5 files. Rather than going and attaching one by one, if you do TWBX, it will pick up all the files, put them together, and then creates this file. You can send one file. The advantage of sending by TWBX is it is also openable in Tableau Reader, which is a free version of Tableau, just for reading purposes. We cannot edit anything. Clear? So that's all for basic.